Sparring is often called the flower of Taekwondo. If you look at a flower, the roots in Taekwondo sparring are your physical fitness skills. So your power, your balance, flexibility, your cardio, both with your cardiorespiratory system and muscular endurance, as well as your strength. From there, you go up to your stems and your leaves, which include your Taekwondo basics that we learn from our pumse, our forms with our kicks, stances and punches, and sparring drills. And finally, you bloom with your sparring, where you use timing and distance and put your training to the test with self-control and another partner. For that reason, sparring is considered an advanced class and you must have instructor permission to attend. The reasons for this are, you must have good focus and self-control to avoid disrupting class, to avoid injuring yourself and other people. You also have to have a higher skill level because you need to have a high level of cardio so that you don't gas out during class. You need to have technical skills that include higher level kicks and target holding skills. There are also students in this class that are testing for black belt and going to competitions, so we don't have the resources to help students with fundamental basic skills that they should have learned from regular class. That's not to say that we don't do sparring at all before you go to sparring class. We are teaching all the basics and important skills that you need during other classes to prepare. You also need some mental toughness because it is not an easy class and you're gonna get hit. In full contact sparring, we do wear all the safety gear and stuff, but you might get hit pretty hard. And you have to be able to withstand that, as well as not lose your temper or hurt other people when you're frustrated or having a hard time. The earliest we consider students for a sparring class is purple belts. And again, you need to talk to your instructor before you just show up. At that point, you have a solid roundhouse kick, you've learned some target holding and some basic sparring drills. The latest we recommend you start sparring is high brown belt, because at that point, you're very close to testing for black belt, and full contact sparring is required for black belt testing. And if you don't start, sooner or later, you will not be prepared for black belt tests because it requires a lot of experience to be comfortable doing sparring. Some important details. Sparring does count as one of your classes. So if you're on our standard membership of 2 lessons per week, keep in mind that you can only come to one other class besides sparring for the week. You may need to consider bumping up to unlimited membership so you can come more than twice a week so you can still learn your basics and forms in class and get your fitness, as well as come to sparring class. For our after school and summer camp students, you are considered basically an unlimited member. So if you're a full-time summer camp or after school student, you can come to sparring class without worrying about increases in tuition. Please make sure you arrive 15 to 30 minutes before the official start time of sparring class. Students are expected to do warm-up and gear up before class starts because we start right away at the starting time. If you arrive late, you will have an increased risk of injury as well as disrupting class and disrespecting the other students that have gotten to class on time. What that means is you need to wake up early and on time so that you can eat breakfast and have digested your food before you come to sparring class. I've had students who, wake up late, they don't eat anything, then they come to sparring class and then they throw up. Or they eat breakfast right before sparring class starts, train hard, and then throw up. Again, this is not good for your health and it disrupts class because we have to deal with, medical attention. Speaking of sparring gear, which you're gonna put on when you come early, we'll talk about that in our next video.